Ah, pronto. Fui beber uma aguinha, me hidratar e já voltei. E esse foi só o começo do nosso dia do NES aí. Da Wednesday. You know what that means. E continuem aí ligados aqui na Speedrun em português, porque hoje ainda vai ter muito jogo bom. Muito jogo não tão bom. Mas enfim, teremos aí Rollergames, Ninja Gaiden. Vai ter aí Mr. Gimmick, ou simplesmente Gimmick, como é conhecido no Japão. Vai ter Metal Storm, Star Tropics 2, Blaster Master, Bionic Commando, Marble Madness e muitos outros aí. Vamos ver como o bot está funcionando hoje. Ah, hoje ele está funcionando. O setup tá demorando um pouquinho mais do que o normal, porque são 2 runners aí. Mas, enquanto isso... Aí só eu falar e o... Ah, pensei que o setup tinha acabado, mas enfim. Enquanto não começa, uma pequena informação aí é... No caso do próximo jogo, Rollergames é um beat'em up da... Se não me engano, ele é da Konami. Sim, ele é da Konami. E é... No caso, ele é meio que baseado num programa de TV. Só que no caso, enquanto que a versão de arcade tenta recriar o que era o programa, a versão de NES ela é focada mais no side-scrolling com uma história original e tal, e o pessoal distribuindo porrada em todo mundo, nos inimigos. É um jogo bem divertido, apesar da movimentação em alguns momentos ser escorregadia, justamente por causa dos patins.
Hello, I think.
E temos aí imagens na tela.
Hello and hi everybody. I am not either of the runners. I am Glitchwitch, as you may have heard from Cokerun earlier. I'm going to be doing commentary because I have run this game and I also built like an entire identity around this game for a while. Hold on, I have an emote that I'm going to put in chat. There we go. And we're going to be seeing lots of that during this run. But I do know the speedrun, so I can provide somewhat insightful commentary. So we're going to double check on our runners to make sure that they are A-okay and everything is good in this world. And we'll probably get going soon. This game is a Konami beat 'em up. You're going to hear a lot of music that's very similar to maybe.
No caso, você tem aí 3 equipes.
Or Konami beat 'em up music. It's got a feel to it. Like you'll hear it. And a lot of auto-scrolling, roller skating, and punching. This is the greatest game in the universe, and I hope you're ready for it. We're just going to check in with our runners here and make sure that they are A-okay. They want to play this video game. I'm pretty sure they want to play this video game.
Deixa eu só dar uma ajeitada aqui na minha tela para eu poder ler o chat e...
I'll give I mean, I guess I would count down, but they're kind of the ones that need to know to go.
E ver a stream sem problemas.
Telling them to count down
Ok, vamos lá. Já estão já quase prontos aí.
I also, in addition to knowing the speedrun, I have pulled up the manual for this game, and I can give you names of stuff, which is more exciting. I haven't never read the manual of this video game, and I've speedrun it so much. Getting that on the screen here. So you'll see on the screen right now, there's 3 different teams. You have the Thunderbirds, Hot Flashes, and Rockers. All of them play a little bit differently. They have different super moves and different stats. Everyone's going to be playing as the Hot Flashes, because that's the team to be. This is the team that goes fast and does fast things. Okay, sorry. So we're seeing our runners.
Em caso, os dois runners resolveram escolher a equipe dos Hot Flashers, a equipe das Hot Flashers, porque é, no caso, a mais ágil, o personagem mais ágil do...
And then you get to these segments where the screen stops scrolling and you're just going to be punching people. And everyone has 3 super moves that they're going to be using at very specific times during the levels. You get those back when you die, and you get those back when it transitions to a new, when it transitions to a new screen. So we're going to be seeing a lot of very specifically beat 'em up stuff.
No caso, os personagens eles têm 3 super moves que eles vão utilizar em momentos bem específicos das fases. E tipo, esses super moves eles são utilizados. Eles carregam quando você transiciona de uma tela para outra.
This game is very brutal. If you die, you just go back to the previous checkpoint, and those checkpoints can be far away. These pits you see Virus going by right now. Well, the pit you saw.
E no caso, esse jogo ele é bem brutal com a respeito dos checkpoints, porque se você morrer, você acaba voltando muito antes.
People doing jump kicks and certain moves. Jump kicks are probably the best thing you can do. They deal about as much damage as a full combo's worth of attacks. But the enemies always have a chance to duck under jump kicks. And those never feel good. And I will see Virus do 2 super moves on this guy.
E no caso
into a super move on him, and that's our first boss down. And Megatron's going to be doing the same move here. This is stage 2. I would like to share the name of this stage and the description of it.
No caso, o boss 1 eles usam 2
This stage is
Eles dão 2 super moves no primeiro cara e um super move no segundo cara. Como vocês viram aí o Megatron fazendo. A segunda fase aí começa aí com um auto-scroller.
But most of this, you're going to see people trying to kill these guys as they come by. I want to say it makes the level go by a little bit quicker, but despite all the runs I've done of this, I'm not actually sure. During this motorcycle section, you just want to stand in the middle and dab. That'll get you through it, and you'll be completely fine. You'll see this motorcycle stuff in a later stage, and you want to not do that. Also, these ramps, Virus is now hitting.
E aquela parte ali com as motocicletas, basicamente o que você faz é ficar na fileira do meio.
And now we'll just see slightly different strategies, mostly just jumping in place. You'll get through all of the fire here. Now this barrel section here, it is very easy to get hit by that last barrel, and if it hits you, you will just stay on the floor and get pushed into the pit. Not a great sequence. And now the second boss, it's just a helicopter. Say hi to this helicopter.
E ali?
I do want to mention these barrels you're seeing.
O segundo boss é o helicóptero da primeira fase do Super Contra.
One is called the Can, and the other one is called Valdez Jr., which is an excellent name for barrels. This is our second boss. It's called the Combat Copter. Our first boss we saw earlier, I think, called Captain Nemo? Is this what the manual is trying to tell me?
Como essa fase essa fase é basicamente o auto-scroller, tudo que você faz é evitar o helicóptero, ele simplesmente vai embora.
That's how we go here. Stage 3, the aptly named Automobile Processing Plant. We are fighting our new, I believe they're called the Maniacs, the next team, and it's mostly going to be, I mean, it's like, oh, precision movement, but we're back on ice physics. We're just going to find the route through this stage. It's all pretty much no RNG as to what happens here, so as long as you're taking the same route every time, you'll be completely fine. Occasionally I get hit by a barrel, but you want to stay on this right side on the vertical sections and kind of just jump at the right time.
Essa fase, todas as coisas aí da fase, elas vão estar sempre no mesmo lugar, então você vai estar sempre, você vai sempre pegar a mesma rota quando for jogar e vai estar tudo certo. Ali pro mini boss, aí pro mini boss o que ele quer fazer é basicamente usar os super moves pra acabar com os últimos o mais rápido possível. E essa parte aí, ela é bem brutal, cara. Eu joguei por essa parte, cara, porque esse jogo ele é basicamente física de gelo perpétua, que você tem. Jump on Virus's side, that was beautiful. And more fire. Stay along the bottom, you'll be fine. You want to go to the top here for the last one to jump, but it's real easy to get a little bit overconfident and jump over the fire and just land directly in the water. Here's our boss. Does this boss have a name? This person has... I don't think I have a name. I'm sorry, the first boss was called Lucy Furball. This is Guru Drew. Guy with a spear, I guess. But some precise... E agora aí, o segundo boss aí. Os inimigos de cima. O inimigo de cima ele derrota com super moves e o inimigo de baixo ele simplesmente dá voadoras que, tipo, essas voadoras do jogo, elas dão exatamente a mesma quantidade de dano que um combo faria. Então, só que elas não estão tão safe de dar porque os inimigos podem acabar eles podem acabar abaixando. Opa, Red Killer, obrigado pela raid aí. Sejam bem-vindos aí, pessoal que veio com a rede do Red Killer. Sejam bem-vindos aí a Retrothon. Você está assistindo aí Rollergames.
They had actual alligators in it, or was it crocodiles? I don't quite know, but it's a roller derby kind of meets like wrestling. And the first episode was infamous for having a crocodile pit in the middle. I don't think that ever came back. There's also a Rollergames pinball machine and a Rollergames arcade game, which is kind of a versus beat 'em up, where you're competing to beat up more people than the other player, but also you can hit each other. Here's our third boss, the muck truck. Mostly, what Virus is doing here, like, you can't dodge everything, but you can kind of stand in the same place.
E no caso, o Virus ele tá já no terceiro boss, que é... que é simplesmente o caminhão. O Virus ele simplesmente tá se posicionando ali, fora ali da área de alcance do...
But if you have enough health, you can just eat most of the barrels and you'll be fine. Well, not most of them. And eventually this truck will pull away and let our players play the rest of the game.
Os dois jogadores estão fazendo estratégias muito diferentes. O Virus foi um pouco mais YOLO, enquanto o Megatron tá indo safe.
And we are now fighting with the Violator team. The Jungle River is terrible. It's absolutely miserable. Like, this first area is fine, but this stage is the worst. So, these guys fighting the Violators themselves, they ain't so bad. But the cave that comes afterwards...
Esse stage é meme, é difícil.
Navigated this cave at full speed. I have watched Virus run this game so many times that I've never pulled it off. I just kind of very scarily go through the cave at my own pace. But there is no RNG in the cave, you just gotta be perfect. Just be perfect, chat. So, just taking some jumps across the bridge. The jungle itself is fun, it's neat, but there's not a lot of danger.
No caso, a etapa da caverna dessa fase da floresta, ela é bem difícil. Comentarista, inclusive, falando aí que...
See if these birds have names. These are called birds of parasites. These are the names of these birds. We're running out of character names here.
Quando chegar na caverna, vai bem safe. Normalmente chegou aí no mini boss aí, o Virus ele simplesmente foi derrotou ele com o
There's another scary jump you can do over here where Virus is. He's not going to go for it. He can jump directly downwards. Oh, that Megatron tried for it. Hit the water. Oh, that's such a tight jump.
E no caso, os runners passaram a toda velocidade sem problemas. Tipo, a entrada da caverna não é checkpoint, mas a saída é. Então morrer nela é bem Monka S.
Scariest things I've ever done. But you jump between two moving rafts, and like I said, this game's entirely on ice physics most of the time.
E no caso, aquele...
two rafts a lot harder than you think. But Virus is going to be entering our next boss fight real soon.
Ele tem aquela estratégia ali de parar um pouquinho para saber exatamente o ciclo das plataformas e pular rapidamente de uma para outra. Mas só que como o jogo ele tá perpetuamente em física de gelo, aí no caso esse boss ele tem uma estratégia básica que é você ficar no meio da tela, esperar ele pular e acertar um super move. Vários terminou a luta.
The Viper's Pit. And he starts out with this little maze with a bunch of barrels. The description of this stage in the manual says a normal scroll stage made up of 4 areas. It's not a roller derby game specifically, but it is based off of roller derby. Anywho.
No caso, essa etapa aí 6 começa já com um labirinto.
Players are navigating the maze. Obviously, they're going to know their way around the maze. This is not that much of a hassle. The next area, the spiky area that we're going to be getting to, is another big stopping point for this run. It's a section that doesn't seem very difficult. The jumps it requires you to do are very neat. Luckily, it's heavily checkpointed.
Tipo, essa etapa ela é normal, mas essa segunda etapa aí que o Virus entrou, cara, ela é terrível, cara. Casualmente, pra mim, ela foi meio que um pesadelo passar.
You want as many jump kicks to land here as you can possibly pull off because it will kill these guys pretty quick. And then once you get down to the last few enemies, you can do your super move to take them out really quickly. And the last one ends up with 2 super moves. These jumps here on Virus's side are the bane of my existence, but getting up to the top here, there's going to be some flame jets. They are the worst. Ooh. Beautifully done. Beautifully done.
Aí no caso...
The fire tends to push you...
Aí no caso aquela...
Like you get hit by the fire, but the scrolling keeps going.
Aquela enemy gauntlet lá, ele...
Virus hitting these jumps that are a lot scary. They look really precise. They are not as precise as you think, but as long as you just go along the...
Ele tentou acertar o máximo de jump kicks que podia e os últimos inimigos ele acertou com...
Megatron not that far behind, entering the really rude area before that. We're going to be fighting our final boss, I believe.
Ele acertou super moves nos últimos inimigos. E aí agora ali o Virus na última área do jogo.
Splits always lovingly calls him Diaper Genie, and he is ludicrously difficult to fight without knowing the speed strats. He seems to counter everything you do, and none of your moves seem to work correctly. But Virus is going to try to lock him into a stun lock, and if he gets out, you can just jump kick him to death in the right way. But sometimes he just says no. But usually you don't die. Let's see how this goes.
E agora vem aí o final boss pro Virus.
Those good jump kicks. If you time these correctly, this will be easy every time. Okay,
aí ele tentou simplesmente ele posicionou o boss pra acertar e Virus GG.
And Megatron coming to 1446. That was a 4-second difference, y'all. That was unreal. That was amazing.
E GG pros dois. Dos runners aí.
That's an amazing run.
Diferença dos runners aí de 4 segundos.
So much fun. And no one else has the emote, so I'm going to do it. Megatron started at the same time. Timer-wise, like the screen itself is kind of weird, the way the restream works, but the runners' timers are where I'm getting these times from. But we should be getting our runners in here in a minute to talk to you and probably have way more insightful words than I do, other than reading the manual to you sometimes. Oh, I get it.
Esse aí foi Rollergames de NES.
Lucy Furball, so like play on Lucifer. I get it now.
É um jogo bem difícil, mas ele até que é divertido, cara. Pra ser honesto. É um jogo que assim, eu recomendo jogar.
Give our runners a hot minute here to join here and talk to y'all. Hopefully. So I'm sure they want to say words. Well, in lieu of that, I'm going to keep talking to you. I'm going to say this run was amazing. Those were 2 excellent times. Yeah, it looks like our runners are maybe passing on that. But my time is in the low 14s. And like that was my my best run I've ever done. And these 2 just...
E novamente aí o bot aí não deixou os 2 runners.
Show of hands to both of our runners here. This was an incredible race. I hope you enjoyed the commentary I provided. I you know, I did my best. We might get someone, we might not.
Foi uma race bem legal e daqui a pouco teremos Retro Runner correndo Ninja Gaiden.
Okay. I'm gonna say we're probably not getting runners here. Thank you so much for watching. Stay tuned, there's more video games that's gonna happen. In the meantime, hang tight, we got Ninja Gaiden coming at you in just a moment, and please enjoy the rest of Retrothon 2021.